Look at this. Chase.
That is a tremendous job by Jamar Chase.
Earned. Again.
Rose.
And again.
And it is caught.
And over and over is a fire born from patience.
Snaps would get it down to about 20 seconds where they could try for the field goal. Side of the end zone. Going to the ground. Makes the catch. Chase.
Especially saying this, like he's not turning the ball over. And I really do think that's the biggest thing. And we're watching him get the ball out really.
Straight home game with at least 100 receiving yards as he broke his own team record with 16 receptions last week and posted back-to-back 10-catch 5 seasons. Chase became the 5th fastest player to surpass 6,000 receiving yards and joined Randy Moss and Jerry Rice as the only players to post 6,000 receiving yards and 50 receiving touchdowns in their first 5 seasons for the first time in his NFL career. This also brought his career total of double-digit reception games to 14, second most.
Offense, you want to attack every single day, trying to get better.
For all the great start with that type of win, I'm sure they're building on it and excited about the momentum. And
he fires a pass over the middle, caught by Jamar Chase, accelerating toward the Cleveland 30.
Attack it the right way, have a win mindset.
Real simple today.
Yet you feel it.
He's doing the gritty in the end zone.
A lot of them early in my career. So that's the standard, but who has followed suit? It's definitely Jamar Chase. You got Jamar and you got Justin Jefferson. You got
Tyreek Hill for the second most games in NFL history with 10 or more catches and 160 or more yards. Only Julio Jones has more such games in his career. Uno was also the highest graded receiver.
Not only survive punches, but deliver them. Troy and I are both big.
5 down by 7, third quarter.
Browning unleashes right on target for Jamar Chase.
A 25-yard gain that puts Jamar 108 receiving yards in this game.
It is hard to make professional football that effortless, but that's what Jamar Chase does.
2nd and 7.
Fires wide open. Chase makes the catch.
It is the Jamar Chase show for the Cincinnati offense.
He's got 10 catches already today.
Chase, stiff arm, stays in and tiptoes along the sideline and has the first down.
Self getting the ball to you, the quarterback has to.
Oh, what a catch!
Left, when I know it's one-on-one with the corner.
But to earn their place within it.
The 5th fastest in the Super Bowl era to reach 50 receiving touchdowns.
He steps into a deep ball. Jamar Chase is open. Over the shoulder catch. And he will walk into the end zone.
On the move, throwing for the end zone, looking for Chase. He on the move, throwing for the end zone, looking for Chase. He pulls it in, touchdown!
On me, just like every other play when the ball's coming my way. I feel like we had the most success.
Chance of pulling off a miracle finish. They need to convert.
Well, it looks like man-to-man coverage. You got Chase up top.
Flacco to the air and caught. Wow! Chase with the touchdown reception. Doubled and grabs a 19-yard strike.
Right. Flacco throwing. And the pass is caught.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
How in God's name did Jamar Chase catch that ball?
Oh.
Now he's doing the gritty in the end zone. The Bengals get a 19-yard touchdown.
Flacco to the air and caught. Wow! Chase with the touchdown reception.
The gritty.
Down and 5.
And Burrow, well placed. Cincinnati fan.
Good pressure. Gabe Hall was able to get in there on Burrow. You see Adoree Jackson playing off of Chase, and Chase is just such a good route runner.
2nd and 2 now from the 46. Quick throw. Chase has a blocker. Yossi Voss sprung him on the outside, and he's going to have a first down.
Illinois, watch him. He sees it and he attacks it. No hesitation. He goes right through the blocker and still almost makes the play. Ringo and Brown.
And certainly not up to the face. Late blitz coming. Burrow finds his man, and Jamar Chase is going to coast into the end zone. Burrow and the Bengals score once again in their set.
Ringo knows the ball is coming out quickly. You have to have close enough coverage that if it's coming out quickly, you can make the tackle. He's not close enough, not able to throttle down. That is a relatively easy touchdown for.
2nd and 7. Burrow finds Jamar Chase, and Chase on the run down near the 30-yard line. They'll spot him at the 31. It's a pickup of 20 before Mahmoud Diabate caught up.
A lot of chases going on because here comes Jamar Chase into the flat. This is into that area right there. I'm going to let that chase go, but then I'm going to have to chase this chase. I think I'm going to err on the side of covering Jamar Chase and take my chances with Chase Brown.
That feels like a good decision.
I just think it's sensible.
The triple count.
The most productive backs in the league. 4 in this pattern, and Chase on the board, right in front of Jarian Jones.
What he does, Jarian Jones giving him respect. Jamar Chase with a clean route, snap down, good eyes, good hands, good feet. Jarian Jones, funny enough, with the quote of the week, saying he'll guard anybody with eyebrows. I didn't know.
Empty it out for Burrow. Looks near side, scrambles, and throws. Jamar Chase on the in-cut.
He told us mobility to extend plays. His feet buys him time to find Jamar Chase in the zone.
You played with Tom Brady, and you said that Joe Burrow, of all the guys now, has the most similarities.
In terms of how he plays the game from the pocket, on top of his screen.
From the 4, slant, Chase, cha-ching! You're right on it, Logan. Jamar Chase, gritties, touchdown Bengals.
Joe Burrow saw the pressure, and this is hard as a corner. A slant or a fade. There's the 2 routes, Chris. You got to take the slant away first. You can't give up your inside. Quarterback who hooks up with his best friend, Jamar Chase, on the slant route versus the pressure. That's the complementary football that the Bengals want to play this year. The defense.
Quick slant, that's Chase in stride. Chase hit hard. He needed the 10 for the first. He's 3 yards shy of it. With the team down a touchdown late here in the second quarter. Decision time for Zach Taylor.
I'm going to tell you, that play was called to protect.
Screen, Chase. Blockers in front. Chase! They're chasing! Bumped out of bounds. What a way to start the drive. Eric Murray runs him out.
Screen to a playmaker. No one better than number 1, Jamar Chase. And this is what he does. Plays running back. He played it till 8th grade. He's great with the ball in his hands. And now he puts you in scoring position in one play.
29 yards. And you called it. Give it in. 2nd and 7. Browning to Chase again. That's catch number 10 on 11 targets to the 25. It is the Jamar Chase show for the Cincinnati offense.
Jamar, like Joe Burrow, you can't make adjustments until halftime. And that's clearly what Cincinnati did. Now they're finding the plays that Browning likes. Now they're finding Jamar Chase more because he...
That's Gesicki in motion. On first. Browning unleashes right on target for Jamar Chase.
Look at the route running by Jamar Chase. He's always smooth. Never looks like he's trying his hardest. But he dots those toes every time. It is hard to make professional football that effortless, but that's what Jamar Chase does.
They let you know he's picked up weekday meeting, getting that done all at half. Chase, stiff arm, stays in and tiptoes along the sideline and has the first down.
We called it coming out of half that one would be getting the ball a lot. And Anthony Campanelli coached me at Rutgers. I love him. Coach Camp, put the double team on Jamar Chase. I don't know what we're waiting for, but number one is going to be targeted heavily this half.
On second, Browning pressure, gets rid of it, on the comeback Chase. First down Bengals, outside of the 20.
He's a two-way player. That is very hard to do. He's just too soft in his pedal. Jamar Chase shuts it down. That's easy.
Coming in after Atlanta ran on Minnesota, they were not going to allow that to happen today.
Here's Browning, got hit when he threw it. Good catch, snatched out of the air by Chase.
Wow. What a release, too, at the line of scrimmage. Gets around him. Little miscommunication, thinking it's cover two, and there wasn't. Ball's a little underthrown, but guess what? If you're going to underthrow to somebody in the National Football League, it's probably Chase or Jefferson, and one of them was right there.
That was the first play of the game for Cincinnati. Surveying the situation, nobody open, in some trouble. Browning on the move, throwing for the end zone, looking for Chase. He pulls it in, touchdown! Oh, what a catch by Jamar Chase for 6.
No, don't do it. I mean, look at all the Lion players. That is an outstanding throw by Jake Browning, and that is a tremendous job by Jamar Chase finishing everything. So, I mean, you can see it's there, but you can't make a living doing this. I mean, it's 28-3, so hey, what the heck? You know, I'm having a rough day out here this afternoon. That's just an outstanding. This one is just a tremendous throw and catch by both of these guys. And let's not forget
14. Browning with time, late pressure comes, open down the sideline, drops it in. Jamar Chase will walk in for his second touchdown of the day. 64 yards, and the Bengals are back in it in the fourth.
It's going to be a great route by Jamar Chase. Just that little in move, boom, there I go. Why jump that? Why would you? It's 28-6 or 28-10 at that. Browning has not been great with his location today, and this is one of the things that he talked to us about when we visited with him this week. Was I've got to give my guys a chance.
It's a breathing space for Flacco. 3 timeouts to the sideline and caught by Chase. That was right in front of Nate Hobbs.
Well,
and he's got the first down.
And Kevin, it's hard enough to learn an offense in 5 days, but to learn an offense in 5 days and then be able to run the 2-minute offense while at the line of scrimmage, they've been able to pick up 2 first downs now, back to back.
7 and counting, Mel. Thank you so much. 1st and 10, Flacco to the side and caught. Back shoulder grab. Double teamed on the side was the remarkable Jamar Chase, and I mean smothered with defense. Picks up 19 yards up to the 41. This is some kind of play. Nixon on the coverage.
Well, Nixon's in great coverage. He's right in his hip pocket, and it just, this spot that Flacco puts this ball, really Chase has nothing to do but to just put his arms up, and it hits him right in the stomach.
Pirine is in there as the back, and Flacco will drop back. And knocked away. That one time, right in front of Chase. Fourth and 5.
Well, it looks like man-to-man coverage. You got Chase up top.
5-man rush. Flacco to the air and caught. Wow! Chase with the touchdown reception. Doubled and grabs a 19-yard strike.
Well, that's the risk you take when you bring the house defensively, is you got to leave guys one-on-one, and Nixon's in great position. How it's not a penalty, I don't know, but he comes up with the catch on the back shoulder throw. Really only has one arm available to catch that ball. He pins it with the left arm right against the shoulder.
4:11 to go. The Packers are...
Flacco Fires over the middle, finds his man, 30-yard line, right on the money to Jamar Chase.
Flacco with enough time, and that's the big key. Will he have time to allow Jamar Chase and T. Higgins win tonight? That time he...
Flacco 7 of 11 for 51. Quick throw, juggles, lucky that he holds on to it, picks up 8. Jamar Chase almost lost it 3 times.
Yeah, he did, but Joe Flacco, what he does a great job of is just seeing that for whatever reason the Steelers gave him soft coverage, a cushion. He saw it, did not hesitate at all, and immediately fired it out there to Jamar Chase. There's the cushion by Slay. Heck of a job. The athletic ability ends up helping him out with that spin.
Fake to Brown, pass, caught, touchdown, Jamar Chase.
When he spins around and goes to the ground, I'll be surprised if they hold this one up. Watch the ball come out. Unfortunately, he does not complete the process of the catch, and I think they'll wave this one off.
So they're lined up for the extra point, but if the officials see what we're seeing, they're going to bring it back.
Terry, you want to jump in here real quick?
Yeah, Kirk, it's clearly incomplete. He never gets control.
Flacco lofts one. Chase makes this catch. Looking back, Ramsey's trying to get...
Jalen Ramsey against Jamar Chase. Condensed in tight to give him more room to work with. Ramsey there, that's the, you can see him kind of acting with both guys pushing on each other. Perfectly thrown football. You knew Jamar Chase was not going to drop that.
He's hot. Why not? To the outside. He's got a man. Is he inbounds? Yes.
To work on timing. Look at this. Ball's out. Ball's out. Jamar Chase then turns. And it's right in his lap. Joe Flacco.
Flacco. Again, to the sideline. Chase has to try to get out of bounds, which he now does to save that timeout. Tackled there by Thorne. Snap, handles it well. To the outside again. And you got Chase making the catch here.
Jamar Chase, Jalen Ramsey, you can see the leverage to the outside, but the route goes in and then back out. And look at the location of the football. Let him get his feet down and get out of bounds. One thing we've learned about Joe Flacco in 10 days and 2 games, when in doubt, where...
Would have figured they have to stop the run because Cincinnati hasn't been able to run at all. Meanwhile, he almost escaped the chase, but tripped up by Darius Slay. Got just enough to...
He took the easy way. That's an alert. That's an easy answer. If they're overmatched at the line of scrimmage, he just flipped it out there to Jamar Chase. There was one man out there. If Slay doesn't make that tackle, that's a lot of yards to open up this first play of the second.
Flacco throws. Chase again. Inside the third round. It's almost, they're in disbelief right now.
And how about Joe Flacco? He's up under center. He makes the check. The reason he makes the check, look at all the jerseys up tight near the line of scrimmage. Why not go back to number 1 on the quick slant? If you're going to overload the line of scrimmage and you're going to leave the best receiver in the NFL one-on-one, no matter who the corner is, Joe...
To the outside. Chase again. Inside the 20. Well, you know, we've been watching Flacco for a lot.
Talking about how tight the spiral is. I think he has so much more confidence throwing. He told us this week, he said, I just can't believe how good Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are. I always knew they were, but...
2nd and 4. Another quick throw to Chase. He gets tripped, gets inside, making that tackle. Final minute of the quarter.
Every time he's one-on-one, it doesn't matter who's out there. It's Darius Slay. He's going to get to the inside. I'm surprised they're not taking the inside away by leveraging and moving in a half body. But Joe Flacco looks like he's playing.
So on that note, most receptions to a wide receiver in his career. And here's another one. 14 catches for Jamar Chase. Spinning to the 24-yard line.
That's 17 targets tonight. That's the most by any player in the NFL all year. And he does everything. You know, he's got ball skills. We saw that in the previous play. But he's a running back after the catch. You know, he could go downfield vertically. You could throw it to him underneath. And now he bounces off. That's Patrick Queen, the middle linebacker that he just...
2 minutes to go in regulation. Flacco sidearms it. Chase again, and Chase will take it inside the 40, and that is 16.
Motion. Watch T. Higgins move and watch Patrick Queen, the leader of this defense. There's confusion. There's confusion. See him pointing. A lot of confusion, and that's why Jamar Chase ends up being freed up. The motion there with T. Higgins, Patrick.
Meet the Bengals on Prime next.
Out here just slinging the ball.
What's up, kids?
We thought this was.
And he went to work on it. This highly paid defense, he went to work. Everybody they put on him, he abused. And that was the name of the game in this one. Then later on, they put conservative. He didn't. He pushed the ball down the field.